Hello! Welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. I love doing that. Welcome back to another PSVR 2 video. I am in the final moments of the amazing Resident Evil Village VR in this video. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the video. Yeah, I've reached the end of the absolutely mind-blowing Resident Evil Village VR. It's been absolutely mind-blowing from start to finish, experiencing this already great game in virtual reality. You hear the term immersion being thrown around a lot. You are immersed in the game. Well, when you put on this VR2 headset and play Resident Evil Village in VR, you are 100% immersed. It's been so much fun. I've loved every moment of it. And I'm at the end. I'm going to kick Miranda's ass in VR. I got a fantastic Magnum that I want to show you for completing the VR challenges, which is exclusive to Resident Evil Village in VR. If you destroy a certain amount of wooden goats, you will get more weapons. So I got the Stake, S-T-A-K-E, a semi-automatic Magnum. It is a power of 2000. I'm going to make it even more powerful. Reduced recoil 350, ammo capacity 18. A semi-automatic Magnum with incredible firepower and speed. Its destructive powers gave it the nickname Pile Driver. Come here. Look at that. Beauty. Yeah, and I'm now going to...
This is your last chance.
By the way, the Wolfbane, I'll show you, the Wolfbane is only 1,900. It will be our last meeting. So I'm going to increase the power as much as I can get.
Leave this to me.
Look at this. Insane, isn't it? And I'll just leave the recoil. So it's now 3,000. 3,000.
I hope we meet again someday.
And here it is. I don't know if you can hold it. No, you can hold this with one hand, can you? Or two hands. No, it's just... Okay, Miranda. I am ready. Ready to kick your ass. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing of interest. I like how I was going to say Leon. I like how he doesn't run in the ending moment of the game because it's so tense.
Out of my way.
Oh, I'm not fighting you. Don't need to fight you. Save the ammo.
I gotta keep going.
There you are.
My beautiful daughter.
There's a way that you could watch these cutscenes in VR, but it doesn't matter. Haptics and the sense controllers.
Is that you? Oh, how I've missed you.
That's not your Eva. That's my Rose. Hand her back to me right now.
What?
You heard me. Hand her back to me. Now.
My power is leaving me.
I don't care. Hand me back my baby. Now. You Addams Family wannabe freak. Oh my god.
Miranda!
Interesting. Your body certainly isn't normal.
Give Rose to me. Now!
You will see. Once I kill you properly,
Get her now!
I will. Thanks for that, Chris. Hello, Rose. Oh god. Hand her back. Let go of me, you freak.
I've spent a lifetime creating this moment.
Who do you think you're at? Wednesday Adams?
And you tried
I don't
to
think
take
so.
it away from me. I will take what is due.
I will take what is mine, you bitch.
My desires will be fulfilled. Rose is mine.
Rose is mine. She's my baby. She's my baby.
You fulfilled your purpose, Mr. Winters. You disposed of my false children, awakened the glorious Empress. Now, please do not worry for little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with dreams. So now you can die.
Going gangster on your ass. Look how easy I'm making this.
Understand the level of
Not let her get away.
How can you deny me?
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my
The
goddamn
Metamycete
Not yours.
saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually running out of ammo.
Drive me nuts.
Feel the dark god.
Feel what now? You were saying? Two.
Now, Mr. Winters, I think it's time you left things in my hands. Rest now.
The hell I will.
Die, 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 die.
Okay.
I will take back my daughter! If I combine Rose with Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last! I've waited a century all for this day. Wow! After all, everyone dies. Why do you surely you have no needs now, so close to death?
She's my goddamn daughter.
Yes, mine. Oh,
Your time is up! Now die! I will not endure anyone else or my daughter.
fuck.
How about this? Those fools, they could do nothing to assuage my years of loneliness.
Ever think the problem might be you, Miranda?
Yes.
You're not capable of real love.
Curse this ramshackle match.
Oh, fuck. Get shotgun time, I think.
You won't.
What the fuck? Okay.
I shall put you to rest.
What are you gonna do?
This is how we end these. To ensure I never see your face, I will feed you to the darkness. Every single cell of your being. You will rot.
God.
For eternity is
This is just. Oh fuck! I wasn't paying attention. Ooh. She did. So I wasn't talking so much during the boss battle. I was just really just taking in this amazing experience, bit by bit. I have faced Miranda a few times now, Mother Miranda 2 times now in the standard version of Resident Evil Village, but to experience this in VR is just something else. It's finally over. Rose, my baba.
It's all right, Rose. It's all right.
The tragic story of Ethan Winters. He finds his daughter, he rescues her, but he knows that he is fading away because he just found out that he's
Ethan!
already dead, that his body is withering away. Just imagine how tragic that is. Remember in Resident Evil 7 where he finds his wife, who he thought was dead,
Chris, Ethan.
finds her, and then he goes to kill her. Or she goes to kill him.
Finished each other.
And a whole nightmare just unfolds.
We gotta move.
They settle down and have a kid together, and this happens. He just couldn't catch a break, Ethan.
Keep moving, Ethan. There's a bomb in that thing that'll blow this whole village sky high.
And all Chris Redfield wants to do, as ever, is to save people, save the day, rid the world of bioterrorism, and he will do anything to do that.
She's alive, you hear me? Alive.
Mia, I'm so sorry. I love you. Keep Rose safe.
Hey, hey. Hey. And you tell yourself. Now, come on, it's not that much further.
Watch over her. Teach her to be strong.
Like, imagine
Goodbye, Rose.
what it must have been like for Ethan to hand over Rose, knowing that he may never see her again,
Ethan.
and knowing that he's more or less going to wither her away. Well, he wants to save Rose, you know, so he made the ultimate sacrifice. There's that Mega Myset, a giant fetus in a cave in Romania. No one knows why it's there, it's just there. We know what it does, which is insane. Stores the consciousness of everyone in the village, including the consciousness of Miranda's dead daughter, who died 100 years ago in the Spanish flu. And Miranda wanted to use the Mega Myset to transfer the consciousness of Eve into a vessel. But yeah, we know what it does, we just don't know why it's there. Why is the fetus there? Who put it there? Where did it come from?
Go. Go, take us up now.
I feel like I'm in a cinema. Like there's a big screen in front of me. This is essentially what... By the way, if you are wondering, you can actually play your standard like PS4 and PS5 games in I think it's called cinematic mode. Yeah, cinematic
Get
mode.
moving. We have
You
to get
basically see
clear.
this big screen in front
We
of you.
can't go, not without my husband.
And it does feel massive, like. It does actually genuinely feel like a big massive screen, like. I do feel like I'm actually in the cinema right now,
Abandon us.
watching Resident Evil
Tell
Village the
me
movie.
what's going on? Where? What was that?
I told you to sit down.
Where is he? Chris? What have you done?
He's gone. I tried. He stayed so we could all escape. I'm sorry.
Yep. They made the ultimate sacrifice.
Captain.
need to see this.
And this is the moment that sets up Resident Evil 9.
SAA
Oops, on.
send soldiers. This is a bioweapon.
The hell were they thinking?
Bioweapon.
Orders, Captain.
Pick up the rest of the squad. Plot a course for BSAA Europe HQ. Someone's gotta pay.
Yep. I would love if the BSAA was actually the Umbrella Corporation, refounded by none other than Albert Wesker. I would love that. I do actually feel like I'm in a cinema right now. Take your seats. Please take your seats. Or take your seats. What am I fucking saying? The end of the movie, take your seats. Village of Shadows. Just checking to see what time it is, okay. Oh, this is the best way to experience the amazing Resident Evil Village. In virtual reality on PS VR 2. You know what, I mentioned this at the beginning of my Resident Evil Village VR videos. In classic Resident Evil games, it would come up on the screen whenever you loaded your game. You have once again entered the world of survival horror. Yeah? That was just text on the screen back in the day. But when you put on your PSVR 2 headset and play Resident Evil Village VR, you are actually in the world of survival horror, the virtual world of survival horror. It is just so immersive. Everything is in front of you. Everything is all around you. You are in the world. That's what virtual reality is. In case you're not wondering, if you've never experienced virtual reality before, that's what it is. When you put on the headset, you are transported into a virtual world. That is virtual reality. That's why it's so expensive. That's the reason why. That's why you can't go into your local GameStop and pick it up for 20 fucking euro, because it's expensive hardware, because it is advanced hardware. It is advanced technology. It is futuristic. It actually is futuristic. Oh my god, man, I couldn't praise it enough. You are inside the world. When you come face to face with Chris Redfield, you can lean the headset in and you can go right in front of him. He is standing in front of you. So you understand what I am saying to you now. Virtual reality is the real deal. You are in the game world. I've said it like 10 times now, but it's because it's so true. And when you're like, because of the Sense controllers, because they have motion control, because of the way they're designed, like you're dual wielding weapons, and you're holding the weapons in your hand and you can turn it sideways, and like it's just like what was a really cool moment. That was a really cool moment in my previous Resident Evil Village VR video, was when I was using the target scanning thing, when Chris was using that to lock a target on one of Miranda's like tentacle things. But I was doing that with one hand, like over in the far left corner, and then I was physically looking down at Lycans coming towards me and holding my weapon with my right hand, and just doing all that in real time, like actually doing all that in real time, like holding my hand up in the air to hold one device while holding the other weapon. Like that is immersive. You're not going to get that by holding a traditional controlling your hand sitting in front of your TV.
Nightmares of getting lost while picking berries.
Oh, I love it. So this is the village here. Actually, we're kind of seeing, like, you've seen a horse, and there was actually supposed to be like, there was actually supposed to be some kind of moments in the game where you were experiencing the village from the past. I would have liked that a lot. I feel like there's a history to this village, and I want to know about it. Those big 4 statues of the kings, I want to know, who are those kings? And the ceremony side, the altar, what's the story there? What went on in this village before, like, Miranda, set out on our mission to bring back Eve? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I've been a fan of Resident Evil since the very beginning, since the original Resident Evil 1 on PS1, the Mansion Incident. And been a fan ever since. Oh, I'm so blessed to have experienced Resident Evil Village in virtual reality from start to finish. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough wooden goats on the first playthrough to get the lightsaber, but that's okay. You know, we gotta move on. Just checking the time. 25 plus 5. Fine. Oh, bring on Resident Evil 4 Remake VR mode. I think that's actually showing the Spanish flu, actually. Possibly. What if the Spanish, like, what if they do like a story like in Resident Evil 9, like where they kind of explain that the Spanish flu was actually created by some kind of ancient, oh my god, imagine like an ancient umbrella corporation. Fuck me. What if there was some kind of, what if there was some ancient company? Obviously, like, pharmaceuticals weren't really a thing, like, hundreds of years ago. Okay? Like, obviously, like, tech, like biotech companies, like, big pharma companies weren't a thing 100 years ago. But there was, like, drugs, there was, like, chemicals have existed since the dawn of time. There has been medicines, and there has been shady, like, secret organizations throughout the history of humanity that kind of worked in the shadows to manipulate world events and to achieve certain agendas. What if Resident Evil 9 goes back and then kind of goes forward, maybe? Like, go back to explain what happened in this village, which I'll get to in a second, with my theory of what happened anyway in this village. And then Chris Redfield goes after the BSA, right? What if the Spanish flu was orchestrated by, like, these fucking guys there, right? For some purpose. Like, what if these big statues, those 4 kings, what if they were part of this organization, group, like secret society that wanted to achieve something, and they introduced the Spanish flu? That wouldn't that be interesting? Look at that keyword, too. There's Ireland. Ah, Ireland. I didn't know Ireland was actually involved. Shout out to my Irish friends who helped with this game. That is so cool. But that's actually, that is depicting, and that's the Caddo then. But yeah, I just want to see the history of this village. Time's out. I'm waiting for the end credit scene. I really do feel like I'm in a cinema right now watching a movie. But yeah, there was actually supposed to be plans to have like moments in the game where you were experiencing the village in the past. But that's an idea now that I cannot get out of my head. The Spanish flu being orchestrated by some kind of secret society in this village, like 100 years ago. And maybe this group is actually what kind of would become the next Umbrella Corporation. Like, none of it, Oswald E. Spencer was inspired to set up the Umbrella Corporation. What if he was a part of this organization? Now, obviously he had different goals than Miranda itself, but you know what I mean? Like, what if there was some kind of bigger goal? There's Rose reading the book, Village of Shadows. Obviously given. I actually really want to play some PS5 games in cinematic mode because this is so cool. to see this cutscene in cinematic mode. I think that's what they mean by watching it in VR.
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon, it's too far away.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then you can touch it.
There's Raw 16 years later, and I'm so glad that the 16 years later thing.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon.
Like Rose's story, like finishes with Resident Evil, the DLC to this game, Shadow of Rose. So what I'm saying is the next Resident Evil game won't take place 16 years later. Thankfully, fucking hell.
Hey, Dad.
Ah, a kind husband. I'm getting emotional. And father who put family first. I actually
Sorry I missed
think that Ethan Winters is my favourite character. Supon is like
coming up. You know,
raging right now. I'd say Supon is bursting a blood vessel, wishing me dead right now. How could you say that, Johnny? Fuck you, is what Supon is saying right now. I'm sorry, Supon, but Ethan Winters is my favourite character in the Resident Evil series.
I love you.
And if that makes me a fake Resident Evil fan, so be it. So be it. I just think he's a normal person who just gets swept up in this absolute nightmare. Even though stars weren't trained to deal with the Mansion incident, even though Leon S. Kennedy wasn't trained to deal with Raccoon City incident,
Call me that again.
I just feel like, and even Claire Redfield, you know, showing up to Raccoon City to find
Even Chris
her brother
doesn't
Chris,
know I can do.
she wasn't trained for any of that. I understand that. I understand that. I do.
Stand down.
But I just feel like stars were sent in to investigate. Leon was the cop, and Claire was looking for. Okay, so Claire's kind of similar actually to Ethan in a way, but I just feel like Ethan Winters is a normal person, a civilian, a human who finds out that his wife
I know.
is still alive and is in Louisiana, and he goes looking for her, and he gets swept up in this absolute nightmare. And then they settle down after this nightmare, have a baby together, and then Chris Redfield shows up and kills what he thinks to be. You can actually see Ethan walking toward, not Ethan, but you see the person walking towards. But he finds out then, like, you know, he thinks that Chris kills his wife, and his baby fucking gets kidnapped, and he gets swept up, and then he finds out that he was dead the whole time, and his body crumbles away. It's just so tragic, and he's a normal person. He's a normal person. I know, like, you could argue that Claire Redfield is normal too. The father's story is now done. And thankfully, Rose's story is done as well. Nothing against Rose, but I just, you know, feel like I didn't like the whole 16 years later thing, you know. But yeah, the father's story is now done. 15 hours and 28 minutes and 29 seconds. I don't care. I take my time playing games, especially in virtual reality. I take my time playing games, you know. A new difficulty level is available. Oh yeah. Shooting range, I can try with a stake, and yeah. What's going on here? What's that? Overwrite as completed data. When you load completed data, some things will carry over from this. Yeah, sure, why not? Save. Let's go to here, lad. Let's go to here. Yeah. Whew. That just changed there. Village, Resident Evil, I think. Is there anything else? Original mode, that's the stop VR mode and switch. So the VR challenges, what did I... Oh, I missed 2. Oh, 3. Never mind. VR tutorial, shooting range. That's what you get for VR bonuses. New game, load game, continue, options. I'm going to end the video here. Resident Evil Village in VR has been mind-blowing from start to finish. It really, really has been something else. I remember sitting here, you know, for the first time about a month ago, and just looking around here and thinking, oh my god, you know, and it's still mind-blowing, you know. So yeah, I have really enjoyed, to say the least, Resident Evil Village in VR. I hope you've enjoyed watching these videos as well. This is where it ends for for all of you lovely people who have been enjoying my Resident Evil Village VR videos. Thank you so much for watching them. Hope you enjoyed them. Don't worry, plenty more PSVR2 content to come. Don't worry about that. The PSVR2 content hasn't ended, just the Resident Evil Village VR content has ended. So yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching. Much appreciated, and I will see you next time.